Hello, I'm Tucker Hettrick, and welcome to the Bad Password Halloween special. Tonight, I'd like you to do me a favor and allow yourself to be delighted, enchanted, and maybe a little frightened by the Halloween tales we have prepared for you. Haha, don't worry, things won't get too scary, but just in case, I'll be providing some levity between these stories in the form of Halloween facts. Our first Halloween fact takes us back to the beginning. Halloween was created by Chester Banks in the year 1603. At the time, it was a religious celebration of death that allowed troubled spirits to rise to heaven. Unfortunately, Chester died of a heart attack before he could see the praise his holiday would receive. Wow. And now, a chilling tale of a foreboding phone call.
Rigo, it's me.
Maria? Is everything alright?
Rigo, I need you to listen very carefully. I think I'm being followed. I was walking home from practice tonight, and I admit much later than usual. Ricky wanted me to run some lines with him, and I guess I lost track of time. It got dark out real quick, but I figured if I was close enough to home, I could walk, even if it isn't the best neighborhood. But as I was walking home from school, I noticed I wasn't alone. I could hear someone. No, something following close behind me. Then, lights cut through the darkness. It took all the courage inside me not to peer over my timid shoulder to confirm my suspicions. Now, Rigo, I know this isn't going to be easy to believe, but I'm not crazy. I know what I saw. Behind me, slowly moving closer and closer, was a green truck, high beam slinging me out in the darkness. I was being followed by the vampire truck. I still see it behind me, Rigo. I don't dare to look back, but I know it's there. I don't know what to do. I know everything thinks it's a myth, a truck that sucks your blood, and look, I'm telling you it's real, and I'm being followed by it. I need your help, Rigo, or I think I'm going to die. I need your... Hello?
Huh? Yeah, I'm still here.
Why do you sound so far away?
I stepped away from the phone. I can still hear you.
I can barely hear you, though. Why did you step away from the phone?
I just had some stuff to do. I'm eating. I'm still listening. It's alright. You can keep going.
Alright. So, can you come kill this vampire truck for me?
Yeah, sure. I'll be over in a minute.
I hope it works out for them. And now it's time for another Halloween fun fact. In 1773, Sandy Hirschbeck started the trend of dressing up for Halloween. She thought it would be fun to mock the British. But this practical joke led to her untimely death, as she was shot by the British. She was only 12 years old. Wow, that's young. And now it's time for another clip.
Waterboy's gonna be on. That's Thursday at 8. Oh no, wait, I'm sorry, that's Saturday at 8. But the remote for the TV doesn't have any batteries in it. I saw some in the drawer in the kitchen. I'm gonna go check that.
That's right, mortal. You're trapped in this house thanks to the invisible ghost people. We'll be glad to
I know who you are. You don't have to do that. Just open the door, please.
Oh, we'll open the door, but after we explain why you're trapped here. You see, after your best
Stop,
friend...
please, just stop.
No, I was going to say that after we killed your best friend...
I know. You don't have to keep repeating yourself. I was there for all that stuff. I heard that already.
Oh, you may think you know everything, but you don't know that you're now trapped in this house for a...
Oliver, just open the front door, please.
Fine, it's open.
Thank you.
Alright, is it me or is he really grumpy today?
He doesn't normally act like that. I think something's wrong.
Oh no, what do we do?
Well, maybe we should do something nice for him.
You know it's really hard to make friends if you don't trap them in a haunted house. You are a ghost. Use your ghost abilities to trap them in houses until they are your best friend. Until they are your best friend.
Ooh, chills. And now for another Halloween fun fact. In 1846, the holiday took a more commercial approach when shop owner William Lakeshaw began selling his wife's homemade costumes at the price of just 10 pennies. His wife murdered him in his sleep and then killed herself. Wow. Is that necessary? I mean, it's just a Halloween fun fact. I don't...
It's true.
Oh, just kidding. Okay. And, well, now it's time for yet another clip. Are they all like this?
Pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns. Debatably, they are the most popular Halloween fruit. Pumpkins are in bloom during Halloween, and most importantly, they are orange, which is objectively the scariest color. So before we get into more complex DIY tips, let's start with the basics. Let's get a pumpkin out of the way. So basically, you just want to put anything on that pumpkin that you think is going to be scary. Anything that makes sense for you, just think up spooky or scary things, and then you want to illustrate it on the face of the pumpkin. A lot of people think that you have to carve the shape into the face of the pumpkin, but I disagree with that. I think all you need is a magic marker and leave knives out of the situation. I've lost a lot of friends to knife violence, and so if I could make a Halloween decoration without touching a knife, I would pretty much prefer that general option. So that's your first DIY tip. Join me back in a little bit, and I'll have some more for you.
Many fools claim to know all there is about the mysteries of the soil beneath our feet. These same men and women of skepticism would have you believe there are no such things as monsters in our world. Tonight, I am here to prove otherwise, with assistance from the Monster Guide. Our first monster shrouded in mystery is called the Thirsty Crawler by some. This creature has been described as strange-looking with an appearance that is very scary. The Thirsty Crawler was first spotted dragging its limp body out of a lake on the East Coast in 1981. According to an eyewitness, this monstrosity will follow its target for miles until you give it a sip of your soft drink or carbonated beverage. "Just give me a sip," he says, crawling close to the ground behind his victim. "Why you gotta be so stingy? I know you're not gonna drink it all," he continues according to eyewitness testimony. I ran into the Thirsty Crawler once. Luckily, I had a vanilla Coke on me, and the Thirsty Crawler left me alone. I was thirsty though for the rest of my walk, which made me disappointed, but at least I survived the encounter. Our next creature of fright is known only as the Vampire Truck, and it is unknown if, wow, creature of fright? I actually like that. Who wrote that? No, I know, but, like, it's pretty good. I mean, you shouldn't have named the show Monster Guide. It should have been Creatures of Fear. It sounds a lot better. I knew I had a roommate once that had an encounter with the Vampire Truck. He did survive, but he had a scar on his eye that was there for the rest of his life.
Goosebumps. Now for another fun fact. In 1923, the first horror movie was invented when director Shelley Turner decided to do something new with the medium. The movie was called The Cold Whisper. And Shelby would not live to see it as she had burned to death the night of the first screening. The body was unrecognizable. Jesus Christ. Don't put that in there. That just seems like we don't need the last part of all the cards. It seems like it's not necessary. Okay. Now it's time for another clip.
You gonna be good for the rest of this, Tucker?
Not gonna be... Yeah.
How do you like that?
I don't know. I don't think I like it there.
Of course. This is literally what I said is going to happen.
But if we leave it there, it's blocking the door.
Of course it's blocking the door. That's what I said when you asked me to move it here. I said it's going to block the door. It's right in the door frame.
I wanted it there. I just didn't want it to block the door.
Yeah, but there's no way you can put this nightstand in front of the door without it blocking the door.
Could you just try and move it to the left a little bit? I think it'll look better. Yeah. Because I think the problem is that it's too centered. I think it needs to be more to the side. Oh, awesome.
How's that look?
It looks like it's still blocking the door.
It definitely is, yeah. I can see it from here.
This is exactly what I said was going to happen. I was going to put all the effort into moving this damn nightstand for you, and then you were just going to go, maybe you should go back to the place it was.
I didn't realize that's what you were saying. If you said from the beginning...
I'm moving it back. This is what I said was going to happen. I'm moving it back. I'm never moving anything for you guys ever again.
let's move on to DIY tip number 2. So after you decorate your apartment or your living space, as it were, you're gonna want people to come over. But you gotta give them something festive to drink. You could be the talk of your neighborhood if you provide beverages that reflect the season that you are a part of. And the season's Halloween, in case you forgot. So let's make a Halloween beverage. So what you're gonna wanna do is take a glass of water and then grab something orange, because as we know, orange is the scariest and most frightening color. In this case, we grabbed honey barbecue chips, and we're going to grab a fistful of these chips and just crumple them up and crush them and mix them in with the drink. Then you're going to want to stir thoroughly for a very long time. And after about, 2 to 10 minutes of stirring, you should have a orange beverage. And now suddenly, when you're thirsty, you're not just thirsty. You're participating in festive Halloween activities. So boom, there you go. That's how you do it yourself Halloween drink. Yeah.
Aww. Time for another fun fact. Trick-or-treating began after World War II, when James Crutter began giving candy to children to lift their spirits. He fell down a flight of stairs while running with scissors and stabbed himself to death. Over 45 children came into the house and took candy from his corpse before the authorities were called. Oh, wait. Okay, so he fell. What? And 40? Well, so many. Okay. Again, I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over, but why is that here? Why? All of these have started as nice stories, and then you talk about how they die.
Everybody dies. Tucker, this is just the way the world works.
I know that.
Yeah, everybody dies. Sorry to break it to you. I'm sorry to break it to you, buddy.
What do you want me to say?
I want you to finish. I want you to look at the camera. I want you to just lead us into the next clip. Please, I'm serious. I mean, you're getting paid for this.
I know. I'm ready.
Is that
I'm
an
ready.
issue?
I'm in it.
Is that a discussion we have to have?
No.
Okay.
I'm in it.
Let's go.
And now time for our next clip.
Good.
Happy?
Is that so hard? Yeah.
Can I
Is that
take a
hard?
break?
No, you can't
I'm
take a
gonna
break.
smoke
We have to read the next
I'm
part.
gonna smoke a cigarette.
All right. Welcome back to Creatures of Fright. Yeah, I want to call it Creatures of Fright. It's a better name. Now, trust me, I know this stuff. Jesus. I've worked in the industry for how long? You're an intern. Alright? You know, most people pay me to make these kinds of decisions, right? I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. Oh, okay. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, our next creature of fright is known only as the Injured Man. The Injured Man was first spotted in the cold mountains of Russia in 1961. Hikers would report seeing the Injured Man, and when they'd ask him if he was hurt, he'd allegedly give cryptic answers like yes, or please give me medical attention. Most hikers would wisely choose to avoid the strange creature after these mysterious interactions. Since 1961, sightings of the Injured Man have increased around the world, implying it's some kind of species. I've yet to encounter the Injured Man myself, but once in a bar I met a woman who told me that she had ran into the Injured Man herself and barely escaped. I tried to get her number, but I I don't know why I'm so bad with women. I'm good at monsters, though. Our next monster is something called the Beagle-Eyed Beast. But I need a break. This thing looks scary, though. Yeah, yikes, no thanks. You couldn't pay me to fight that thing. I'd still probably win, though. What? You don't think I could beat that thing up? You don't think I could beat that? Come on. I'm scrappy. Alright? I know I look a little pudgy, but I used to do martial arts in middle school. I know a thing or two. If you think I wouldn't win against that little punk ass thing, I know. I see how many teeth it has. Whatever. My dad was a Vietnam veteran. I don't know what you want from me.
Okay, here's the next one. The first Halloween sound effects album was released in 1960 by Richard Penn, who was, here we go, beaten to death with a baseball bat for no reason after asking for directions on a Baltimore business trip. Oh, there's more. Okay, he would never live to hear his influential album on account of the fact that he was beaten to death by a baseball bat. So it's there twice. I don't understand what the point of this is. Again, do we... The first part was nice. That is an interesting, fun fact. First Halloween sound effects album, 1960. I've never heard of that. That's really interesting. I don't need to know the rest of this. Every single one of these cards has been... I don't... Okay, yes. Just go. Here's the next one.
Hey, welcome back. You're back here to do a third and final Halloween DIY tip. Now this final tip is going to be a little bit tricky, so make sure you bear with me on this one. So you've made a pumpkin. You've prepared a Halloween drink. But you need something to store your Halloween drink inside of. Now I know what you're saying. Oh, just use a cup. Just use a regular cup. You use the cup to make it, why not use that cup to drink out of it? Amateur. So that's what we're gonna do next. We're going to prepare a scary Halloween cup. In this case, we are using a mug. So step one in preparing a spooky or scary Halloween mug is that you want to get some paint, orange paint, and you want to paint the mug orange. That is the objectively the scariest color, and so by painting it orange, you will incite fear and terror into your guests. So there you are, you're painting your Halloween mug the most frightening color out there, but in your heart, you're like, I feel like I could make this a little bit scarier. I feel like I could frighten my guests a little bit more. Perhaps we can borrow some ideas from a different DIY and bring it right over here. So if you feel like your mug should be scarier, you're going to want to inscribe a frightening image or message on the face of your mug. In my case, I put the scariest message out there, which is just fear. When it comes down to it, fear is the scariest thing in general. There's nothing scarier than fear. There's nothing that represents Halloween more than fear. So I guess I actually have 4 DIY tips, not 3. And the 4th tip is, just use the word fear whenever possible. Write it on your pumpkin, write it on your mug, cut it out and put it on the walls, write it on your skin. Fear is the scariest thing, and it's the most festive thing that you could do for Halloween. So I hope those tips were helpful, and I hope your living space reflects the season. And as I always say, don't play with knives this Halloween season.
Well, that's just the way it goes sometimes. Here's another one. In 1971, Michelle Carter petitioned to ban horror movies from local cinemas. Michelle was fed her own arms after a grisly kidnapping involving dismemberment? Children! This is for children! I've never heard of something so sickening. For children. Sickening.
Yes. Keep reading, please.
She died shortly after. Obviously, she was fed her own arms. She probably bled to death, horribly. And this is what you're telling kids. I don't know. I can't do this, man.
Let's sit down.
No.
We have one more to read.
No.
We can just do one more. You said it's for the kids. We're doing it for the kids. Let's keep it together for the kids, right?
Man, I'm selling my soul.
Oh my God, it's so overdramatic. We're doing it for the children.
I'm an artist, okay?
Yeah,
I was
you're a big artist.
on Broadway, okay? I played Henry V.
We all saw you dance on Broadway. We were really impressed, Tucker. Are you happy? I'm not paid to stroke your ego.
It was Shakespeare.
We're trying to get this out before a certain date. I need you to finish these lines and stop getting upset with facts. These are hard facts.
You keep talking about facts like that makes it okay.
Yes, these happened. We're doing Halloween fun facts.
They're not fun.
Do you want me to make up stuff? Want to make up things?
No. You're a bad person for putting this out there. You're a bad person. And I'm a bad person for helping you. Here's another clip. Another clip.
Welcome to Monster Guide, Creatures of Fright. Yeah, I know, I combined the two. I combined the two titles. Monster Guide just doesn't make sense, and if we're not going to just call it Creatures of Fright, I'll combine the two. Don't talk to me. Let's see, where were we? The baseball monster is a non-human entity that may have been spotted at baseball games. Natives local to various baseball stadiums refer to the entity as a mascot, but most now know it as the baseball monster. A notable ability of the baseball monster is its ability to shapeshift into various other forms. Most first-hand accounts identify the creature as a man with a large eyeball for a head. However, others claim it took the form of a humanoid moose, baseball, and even a humanoid marlin. Our final monster is the Death Ular. Alright, again is it scary enough? Damn, why'd you guys draw it like that? It looks No, I don't want any of that. No, I'm good, man. Thank you. Alright. I don't need it. You know how I like my coffee, too. This creature has been described as strange-looking with an appearance that is very scary. According to first-hand accounts, the Death Ular is afraid of the dark, so it steals flashlights and lighters from its victims. Oh yeah, it also kills the victims and does something weird with their blood. So, have you seen one or more of these mythical beasts? If not, keep your eyes peeled in the future. Thank you for joining me on an adventure through the strange and scary world of monsters. Stay safe out there.
So tell me, what do you think?
I mean, honestly, Professor, I really don't mind looking over it, because this is some of your best work so far.
Oh, thank you so much. Do you really mean it?
Yeah.
That means so much.
I mean, my only complaint is that it is a little derivative, but that's common for new writers, and really, even though the content matter is not new, your take on it is really unique.
It makes me so happy to hear you say that. Guys, do you think we should give it to him?
No, not yet. It wouldn't make sense.
Oh, guys, what's going on? You sound like you have something to say.
Wow, it looks like the cat's out of the bag now. Elliot, why don't you come to the nightstand?
Oh, okay. Guys, what is this? You need to get me a gift for Halloween.
We just thought it would be a good idea to do something nice for you.
No, I mean, like, I don't think people give gifts on Halloween. I don't think you needed to do that.
Well, we noticed you weren't feeling so well lately, so we wanted to give you something to help you feel better.
Well, I mean, I think the reason I was so upset recently is just because I really wish you guys would shut up, like, majority of the time. You never stop talking and it really bothers me, but I guess I have also been missing my friend.
Then maybe you should open the present.
I guess I want to see what it is. Guys, is this my best friend's skull?
Yes, it is.
You shouldn't have. You know, this really means a lot to me.
We just wanted to show we cared in the only way we knew how.
I mean, I don't know what to say. My heart is through the roof. Can we get a group hug going right now?
Of course, buddy. Come over here.
Come on in, guys. Thank you for giving me my dead friend's skull. Say, guys, you don't think, while we're in a good mood, maybe you guys can let me leave this house?
You will never leave this house.
Alright, jeez, calm down.
You are trying to escape.
I just thought I would ask while we had like a good, flow in the room. Paxton, did you wrap this skull? I looked at that gift and I said, now this is a Paxton wrapping job. I mean...
Halloween facts. Halloween was created by Chester Banks in the year 16. I already read that one. The first streaming service providing horror films exclusively was made available in 2009 by Dawn McAllister. Dawn was eaten by a pack of wild dogs. She lived in New York City. All of these seem like... Did anyone ever look into these? They all seem really connected. That's kind of weird that every single person who has been influential in the creation of Halloween has somehow ended up dying in some terrible way. Do people know about this? Is there a book?
Yeah, I've heard of the Rabies Man. Most dangerous thing about the Rabies Man? Well, I guess it's the rabies, right? So, the Rabies Man likes snacks. Rabies Man! Rabies Man! Come on out, Rabies Man! Come on! Rabies Man! Where are you?
Stop playing those violent video games and get off to bed!
But Mom!
And not another word! Yeah, well, I just don't feel that I'm alone in the house anymore. I don't know. It's spooky. And there's all this food just in lines everywhere. There's been crackers. There was candy in another room. There's potato chips. I don't even eat potato chips.
Rabies Man! There's Funyuns! Rabies Man! Rabies Man! Come on out, Rabies Man! I got some Funyuns for you! I know you can't resist those Funyuns.
I don't know.
Come on out, Rabies Man.
And I'm really concerned about Tanner. Really.
Where are you, Rabies Man? Very cool! Very cool! Rabies!
Rabies Man II. Snack Attack. The most dangerous thing about the Rabies Man is his appetite for snacks.
I want to thank you for joining us tonight for the Bad Password Halloween special. I hope you managed to enjoy some of it. And from the bottom of my heart, I am so sorry. Are we done?
You'll leave her.
Oh,